You're listening to Gilbert King Elisa.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to be looking at Autel Robotics X-Star Premium Drone, the orange version, and here it is. This quadcopter right here. Took the battery out so you can see what it looks like, and there is the 4K camera that comes attached to it. Put it a little closer so you can see it. And the first thing you'll notice is how bright it is. And I prefer this version to the white version because, as you can see, it's highly visible. So on a cloudy day or even on a very bright sunny day, you can see your quadcopter and make it easy for you to spot, especially when you get over levels that are high enough. And once you unpack this, you're going to notice that I just want to show you what you're working with. The top, this one has a red top. This propeller has a red top, and as you see, if you look closely, you'll match it up to the red symbol right on top of the quadcopter. So this way you have no mistake as to where it goes. And you will also see on the propeller what direction you have to screw it on to lock it and to unlock it right there at the top. The other one is, this one is solid black, this one is red. So on opposite side of the axis you'll see red one, right? And then on the other side you'll see a black one, and this way you'll know exactly where to put on your propeller. Now, one of the things that, let me just show you the bottom here. That's the bottom, and they have these pads on the bottom of the landing gear so it can land safely to absorb some of the vibration when it lands, so it won't be such a hard landing. And of course you see these are soft pads which can be replaced. It's just stuck on there with some soft adhesive. And you'll see these bulbs on the sides right here. You'll see that when connected they'll either be red, they'll be green, or sometimes yellow. Usually two of them will stay green and two of them will stay red, and that's all. That all means they're in communication with your phone. If it's all red, that means you lost contact. If you see some yellow, it usually means that you have to calibrate your drone with the app. So the app on your phone, it's provided by, let me just pull it up quickly, by the company Starlink. And once you open it, this is what you will get. The X-Star, your X-Star drone will be right on it. Once you press start, you will be able to connect your drone. And of course, you're going to have your phone connected to your controller. And once that's connected, and once you've calibrated it, usually by turning this around this way and then turning it around the other way, it usually takes about 15 seconds to calibrate your drone. And once you do that, you're ready to fly. Your phone might give you some messages that you have to hover over a certain at a certain distance so the battery could warm up if it's a very cold day out. Or it might just say your application might just say it's safe to fly, and you could just take off immediately after calibrating. Calibrating is not something you have to do after every start. Your drone will probably let you know, will usually let you know when the app will usually tell you, or these two lights will be yellow, and you know you have to calibrate your drone. And here I have one of the batteries. Okay, and the battery will go on. You'll match it up to the inputs, the ends that you see there, and this is the other end that you see on the battery. And here, we go this way, and you'll hear it snap in, and just turn it on right there. If the battery's full, you should have 4 green LED lights. There go your lights, and there you see your yellow lights flashing. The drone is telling me by flashing these yellow lights is that it's not connected to the app. And right now I don't have the controller in front of me, so I'm not going to sync it. I'm not going to pair it with the app. So this is how it will look once you turn it on. After having used one of these drones for about 3 months now, I would say that one of the things that is not convenient about this drone is that you can't easily find a bag that will carry it conveniently, especially while the propellers are on like this. Usually you'll have trouble putting it inside a regular backpack. And the other thing is you want to not harm the shell, as well as any of the compartments on the bottom. That's a 4K camera down there. You don't want to mess it up. And you don't want to mess up any of the landing gear, which feels soft, and depending on how it's in your backpack, if you're going to carry it in your backpack, it might damage it. So that's something that you don't want to risk. I wouldn't risk it. They sell some backpacks between $24 where the drone will fit not inside the pack but outside the pack, and it'll have straps that you'll attach the arms, the legs of the quadcopter to the back of your backpack and carry it around that way. But again, it's not secure. But they have some more expensive packs around $100, and they go up to about $250 to $300. There's a new version of this drone, the Evo, that is foldable, that is much more convenient to carry. This drone itself will retail at around you can get it for about $500 used, or if you get it with the kit, with the case, with the 2 batteries, with the extra propellers, with the charger, as well as the suitcase that comes with it, and the memory card. Here, I'm going to show you where you put the memory card. You put it right in there. See it? Right there. You're going to put your memory card right there. So you can buy this used from the Autel Robotics website for about $500, or you can buy a new one that'll run you between $700 up to $1,000 with the accessories that you will get with it. They also sell insurance for your drone online in case you want to further protect your investment. And the shell is also something that you can buy separate in case this one gets damaged. The landing gear is also something you can buy if yours is wearing out. You could actually also detach the camera if you don't have a need or you don't want your camera attached to this. There, you can release it. Now, another thing you might want to do is check the FAA regulations in your state before you fly it. They have programs that you can become a licensed pilot. They also have programs that they have documentation so you know where you can fly your drone. depending on where you are in the United States. If you travel with it, some countries won't allow you to bring this into the country unless you have special permission by the authorities. And most of the time, it's not something that you can easily get. These are allowed in public parks. These are allowed in state parks. These are allowed in public beaches. So if you're thinking about getting one, just know that this version, from what I've seen, is not that portable friendly as far as being able to just pack it in with other stuff, or being able to move it without being worried if it's going to get damaged because of the way that it's constructed. I think the newer drones that are coming out, you'll see that they've adapted a better form of portability so you can move this around and not worry so much if you're going to damage your investment. But check this one out. For this one, we're reviewing this drone, but there's also one by Phantom DJI. Maybe we'll review that one next. But it's not a terrible drone. It's not. It's something that you can have fun with. You can get quality shots with this type of drone. It's it's pretty easy to put on the propellers. And what else can I say about this? The suitcase that it comes with will protect your drone, this drone, nicely. Now, the other thing is, it kind of looks like the suitcase from WWF Money in the Bank, and it kind of tells everyone you're carrying something of value. So depending on the neighborhood you live and depending where you're going to go with it, it might attract extra attention to it. And anyone who is traveling with expensive equipment, you know that you don't want to attract any kind of unnecessary attention more than you need to whatever you're carrying around. So that might be a factor when considering a case. But the one that comes with it, if you order the kit instead of the drone by itself, you'll see that it's a little too flashy. It has the name Autel Robotics. And if you're in an airport and a place where people are at high alert, you might want to consider buying another case for it. Even if you check it in baggage claim, which many times you're going to have to, while it's on the conveyor belt, you just don't want to attract extra attention. So you might want to pack it and wrap it inside something else, or inside of another suitcase or another bag, because just the name alone, Autel Robotics, and in a case that looks very metallic, it looks like you could be carrying either some kind of sci-fi weapon or just $1 million. So that's something that the people at Autel might want to revise and reconsider for their next drone that they come out with. But anyway, this is the Autel Robotics X-Star Premium drone. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask, and go on and have a good day. Adios.